This again. Good morning, everybody. This is Rusty Fox Gaming. We're here in Ultimate General Civil War, a great real-time strategy simulator of the Civil War in America. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to be playing through both of the campaigns here in the coming weeks and months. I've spent a lot of time playing this game, and it's a really good one. We're gonna choose our options here. I like the tactician because it gives you the reconnaissance, which is useful. We're gonna go with artillery for the logistics perk, which is ammunition and medicine, which gets you troops back. Then we're going to go with politics because politics, I think, is the most important aspect of this game to build up. It gives you more gold, more men at the end of every battle. The big choice we're going to play through first as the Union, and we'll just do the Brigadier General because we're just here to have fun. Rusty Fox. Let's get into it. Your main objective is to secure this small town and its railway station. I have a bit of a stutter, guys. Just bear with me. According to our scouts, the garrison should not exceed 3,000 men. Capture it before reinforcements get there. It's like we are given 2 skirmisher units and infantry unit. We'll move one of these up over here, one over here. I always like to break off skirmishers off my infantry units as well. Go ahead and get them up there. We'll just keep advancing toward the town with our infantry here, and our general not too far behind. Keep those skirmishers off on the flanks because they'll undoubtedly have their own. Have a good flank on these guys. This unit moving over there. Looks like we got 1 and maybe 2 units of rebel skirmishers on this bluff here. It's a great spot for those guys. They can put a lot of fire down in the canyon here. Engage them on the right flank. There we go. You can get around behind different units and either get some fire into their sides or ideally behind them and their rear. They generally rout pretty quickly. And when they rout, they lose their organizational integrity and up and move. Let's see if we can do that again here. Move these guys a little bit further because I don't know where that other brigade went. I'll move those guys out in a row. Shouldn't take too long to get these guys routed and moved off of the off this bluff here. Issue a hold order on these skirmishers because if they don't, if you don't, their default move is fire and back away. Just keeping moving and firing and backing up. So if you wanted to stay in a spot, it's a really good idea to issue that hold order. Don't know why these guys are not firing. Let's go, guys. Come on. Keep moving him up. There we go. Got him routed. When their unit icon kind of grays out a little bit and starts blinking, that's when you know that you got them on the run. Zoom out for a bit more of the full battlefield view. It's like there's a small town here, a couple of bridges, and then we need to take that town. So we'll just keep moving that way. Keep engaging these skirmishers. Chasing them as far as we can. Don't want to engage that town just yet. I want to get our guys a little bit better place. So I'm just going to advance our infantry to that house there. And we can keep these guys occupied with our... looks like we're getting some reinforcements. Head to town. You got it. See if we can't get these skirmishers dealt with that cavalry unit there. Cavalry is really great for dealing with skirmisher units in this game. Like, we got a couple of pieces of artillery here, some 6-pound field and 10-pound ordnance. That's useful. The rifled guns, like the 10-pound ordnance, is just a whole lot better than any of the unrifled basic candy 6-pound field. That is just, I wouldn't call it totally useless, but it's pretty useless. Just advance everybody up here. I'm gonna have these skirmishers move around that way while the cavalry deals with them. These guys are getting a little, they're losing more than they're getting kills there, so it's not really what you want to see. Go ahead and move those guys around, further flank, put them up on the hill. I think we'll approach this town from 3 different sides. We'll go in here, here, and around this side, which should put enough pressure on the unit that's in there to get it moved. I don't know where that other skirmisher unit went, but we'll just keep, there they are. Keep after them. We're getting a little bit of cannon fire from this town over here. Nothing to worry about. This guy's in the game here. Game's all about flanking. If you're not flanking constantly, you're probably doing it wrong. Have these guys try to dislodge this unit that's behind those fortifications there. Those fortifications are great if you're attacking head-on, but if in an instance like this, where you can get a side shot, they're not as useful. We'll go ahead and advance our infantry here. These guys, we'll just make them run. Burns a little bit of their energy and their condition rating there, but I think that's okay. Move these guys up. Our wagon there, very useful to have. Also, over there, we have our cavalry on this point. Any of these little eyeball icons give you a much better vantage point of the battlefield. Well, I don't think that's that useful because there's just not a whole lot up there at this time, so just keep moving our guys around, get a good flank on, utilizing every piece of cover we possibly can throughout this this field here. Our skirmishers are getting a little beat up. I might just retreat them for the time being. There we go. Got this. Go ahead and move these infantry units in a little bit. And we were able to dislodge that one brigade that was guarding the town here. Any of these bridge choke points are always a bit of a challenge to get across. See if we can't do a charge on these guys. See if we can't get them to break up. Anytime that you can get a unit to totally either disband or surrender, that's a very good thing. Gives you a better chance of capturing their equipment as well. Come on, boys. Get them. We'll reattach Zook's skirmishers here. Just give his whole unit a little boost. This cavalry will chase down this unit here, basically removing them from the entire game. Move up our infantry, really put some pressure on these guys. Once our cannon gets up here, that'll help as well. Use these skirmishers to get a volley in on this fleeing unit. Go. Now they're engaged. I really don't like doing this where guys are out in the open against a fortified enemy, but there's not a whole lot that we can do, but it looks like they are routing, so we're going to run across this bridge. All of our units go to run. They're going to move our skirmishers over, general over, and put one cannon there, one right there. Why the cavalry unit is going that way. We'll get them back in the game. Cross the bridge, boys. These ranged cavalry units have a pattern of doing this. They'll run in, get a volley off, and then run out when you really need them to fire a volley and then charge. Which they will do, but there is a charge right here, charge button or function that has to recharge and reload after it's used. Which I suppose that makes sense, but it is kind of a pain. We'll keep advancing on the town here. Keep these guys firing at that unit. That's entrenched over there. These guys are going to try to charge us. Great. Here's another one of those viewpoints. I think we will stay on that one because it's a little more useful and functional. Both our cannons attacking that. We have a bit of counter charge. Is it awesome? But what do you do? Our skirmishers are all charging. We're getting some grape shot from this artillery unit into our guys, which is not great. We can charge our skirmishers in there. Took the town. It's awesome. I'll have to hold it for, I believe, 20 minutes before it's officially ours. This cannon unit's going to fall here very soon. Looks like this infantry unit, which was dislodged, I saw them pop up over here for just a brief moment. I want them to come after the cannon. But if they are over there, then we're in a really excellent spot for defense. We'll get our cannon across and then reinforce this, excuse me, these bridges and make it very challenging for them to make it across, just like they did for us. Hopefully a volley here will stop them before they get to our guns. We're going to need those guns later in the battle. Move these guys down to get within range for a nice side volley. And there's some skirmishers up here, but that might be them retreating. Broken. There we go. Get that volley off, boys. Move them into those trees. Cover is really important in this game as well. There we go. Because we had the frontal angle and the side angle for our guys shooting into them there. That certainly helped. That made a big difference. All right, we're just going to go ahead and hit the fast motion, let that timer run down, and see what happens next. Prepare for a counterattack. The town is safe. The rebels are determined to retake it. Entrenchments, you got it. Awesome. Okay. Multiple enemy regiments approach down these roads. Under train is so good. You never really want to see that. Reinforcements en route. Strong artillery batteries about an hour. So we just have to hold for an hour, and then we'll get a little bit of help. It's going to be a hard fight. Ready to receive your orders. All right. Pause real quick. If they're going to be coming down these roads, I want to get some skirmishers in these trees. Then when the infantry marches past, we can move our skirmishers in and take over their artillery, because there's always artillery. And on these timed defense battles, having distractions and skirmishers everywhere can be a really good idea, just to distract them a little bit. Alright, I think everybody has orders. One of the features of this game that I really enjoy and appreciate is the ability to pause, look at the battlefield, and then issue orders based on what you're seeing and what you need to do without it being in real time. In a few of these later battles in the game, when it gets really, really full of people, you got multiple fronts going, it can be a little overwhelming, and it's nice to have an opportunity to just slow down, stop, look at what you're doing, and then react based on that. When our skirmishers get out here, it's like we have to hold for 2 hours and 32 minutes. Drink of water here. Confederates coming down the northern road. It's like we have got one battalion, or excuse me, brigade. More rebels sighted. Rebel forces on our left, and with them up in those trees, and so we'll see if we can't delay them. I think our cavalry was able to make it here. When you see that little icon with a line through it, it means they are unseen. So these guys might all be able to get into where they need to be without too much trouble. Looks like we have charging. I'm going to go ahead and have these guys try to flank this brigade right there. Also move them up for a side flank, let them run. These are all still hidden, which is awesome. Let the infantry down into our trap. So more rebels. There's a general. I think there's more coming down this road with that train, which we'll see here in a minute. We're going to get our first of the flanking skirmishers engaged here. Like these guys are routing. Pull him back then. He's routing. There's no need to have my guys out in the more, like 2 more brigades marching down this road. Just over 1,100 men ish. Reinforcements. Here we go. Pause real quick, just to give me a chance to look at this a little better. We're going to go ahead and run these guys up here. It does affect their condition quite a bit, but we're going to need some help fast. See what they gave us. 6-pound field and 6-pound field. Those are not. That's not heavy artillery. I don't know what they were talking about there. That is just not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get a couple of these other skirmishers involved here. Get this guy back in the trees. armed train is moving in. I'm sure we'll be getting a good look at that here soon. Pull this gun back just a little bit. Move this gun over here a little bit better. A support, because these guys are charging. This is not going to go well for Walton. Sorry, Walton. I don't really want to move Zook out of his spot over there just in case they do attack from that side again. Like these guys are putting in work against this artillery unit. And they're moving their cavalry up here to deal with our skirmishers, which is perfect. That's what we want. Keep them occupied and keep them distracted. Now that that artillery is gone, I think we'll move these guys down to just help support the infantry down here, because they're not doing great. They're just not. They're in a world of hurt. Our reinforcements are coming. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a bloodbath. Our guys are down by half. Here comes that train. That is not good. Let's get our other skirmishers involved, and we'll see if we can pull a little bit of pressure off of these guys. Might be helpful. Let's charge the retreating units. See if we can't get them. Oh man, these guys are gonna rout too. Causing a good bit of damage, but they're not going to make that much of a difference. There we go. And they're getting our guns. That infantry's close. It's not quite there yet. If you have your general near units that are routing, that does help a little bit. With their recovery and getting them back in the battle, but it does still take a little bit longer than it probably should, than you'd like it to. I should say a little bit longer than you'd like it to. We can keep our few of these guys occupied as long as we possibly can here. I would really love to not lose those cannons. These three fresh brigades up here, them involved. Keep as many brigades occupied up here as we possibly can. It looks like they are into this town. They're getting our guns. Move them back, because I really want to keep them as long as I can. These guys up here. Another cool feature of this game is being able to right click and drag, and you can build kind of custom defensive lines or wherever you want or need to. You can also draw paths for your guys by clicking and moving, and they'll follow that, which is kind of neat. Useful when you have bigger armies in places like we will later in the game for sure. These guys are getting flanked. I'm going to move them into this house for a little better cover. They can attack them. With these three infantry units all focused on that one, I'm not too concerned. I'll be able to get them dealt with here pretty quick. The other guns are moving up. These guys might be in a bit of a bad spot here. Turn Walton around. Does anybody have? If your units don't have any condition left, you can't really do a charge. What I really need to do there. And these guns start shooting that train. I want to get that thing out of there. That cavalry and infantry brigade up here looks like they moved or weren't able to get rid of my skirmisher that was up. There's those guys retreating now, which is unfortunate. But that's the way it goes. Like Colquitt here, he got pushed back by this unit. Another, well, one of my guys getting a beating there. Go ahead and focus fire on that train. Isn't going great, but it's not going too bad. So we'll take what we can get as of now. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to close the window that's in my office. I have an office in an old building in the in downtown where I live, and it's like 13 or 14 below outside right now with wind chills in the 30 below range. But for whatever reason, this building gets super hot. So it was almost 80 degrees when I got into work today, and I'm very much a cold weather person, so I had to open a window and get it cooled off. Anyway, looks like that train was able to get pushed back. This unit, Perrin is still being a bit of a problem. But now our artillery is able to focus on infantry instead of that train, so that's a big thing. We need to hold for another hour, which at this point I'm not too worried about. Just keep hammering these guys. Get these skirmishers down here and get our cavalry engaged after their cavalry. We'll flank here. Just keep doing what we're doing. We'll get these guys around here for a full flank on Perrin. And a couple of these brigades up here are getting really short on men. And if you in this game, if you are able to get them knocked down enough, the unit just goes away. All the veterancy, all the perks, everything just goes away. So we'll try to do that. A couple of these guys. Get the campaign started off right. I'll try to get these guys to surrender here too. Because if they surrender, then you get more men for trading prisoners. You can get all their gear, though not that we necessarily would want the gear that we would get off of these Confederates here. I'm gonna pull this Bruce here back because there's no reason to be up there. I'm also gonna pull this skirmisher back as well. We don't have a whole lot of these. Our skirmishers left that we had out here to distract and destroy, but they did a pretty darn good job, so I don't mind that at all. Walton's in a bit of a bad spot. I am going to pull him back, as well as Loomis here. We'll have our a little bit better staffed units out here for the moment. I would rather not lose anybody that I don't have to. This is actually the third time I've played this mission in the last couple days. I've been messing around with some new screen recording software, and I had a couple of issues where first the audio wasn't right, and then the video didn't record back and forth. I own a digital marketing and a content business, and I do quite a bit of video work, but screen recording is not really one of those things that I do a lot of. I'm hoping to do a lot more, especially with this project. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Could be good to just play around with. I'm certainly looking forward to it. Big advantage is that I had two kids, a 4.5-year-old, and a newborn. So my gaming time's been cut down quite a bit, but now it's work. I can I can count this as work and not feel bad about it. So, like I said in my bio on YouTube, I'm not very good at these games. I'm not great. I'll be the first one to admit that, but I really enjoy it. So I'm just here to play games and have fun. I might as well share that with you while I can. So I hope you enjoy the the trip, the campaign. We'll be playing a lot of this game. Um, be playing some Civilization and Tropico and Total War, Stellaris, just a random bunch of stuff that I personally enjoy quite a bit. Um, it's more just about having a good time than anything else. So hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe for more. I'll be trying to do 3 or 4 uploads a week. We'll be playing through the Union campaign here in Ultimate General Civil War for the start, and then we'll be kind of branching out, just depending on how that goes. If there's anything that you want to see, just let me know in the comments. And here now, it looks like we've basically got these guys totally routed and on the run here. Couple brigades left, and they are not doing great. So we'll just keep dancing on them. Our cavalry will take care of that. We'll just move these guys up as we can as well. Try to get this unit totally destroyed here. Push these guys up. When you're doing encirclements and total destruction of units like that, it's kind of hard to, when it's moving fast and they're in a full retreat, it's easy to get kind of tangled up in there. 8 more minutes on the clock. I think that we can just run this one out until we get them all. It's a cavalry unit over this way. We'll go chase those guys down. These skirmishers surrendered over here. I'll just slowly move these guys all back. And we'll just go ahead and put it in fast motion in this last little bit here. There's no need not to. So we can either end that mission here or keep chasing them. I think we'll just go ahead and end it because we don't have a good spot for them. Victory. We lost 1,766 men. They lost 3457. That is not bad. We captured a good number of these Springfield 1842s. It's a great gun. So yeah, good way to get things started. I think how we're going to do this campaign, I'll play each mission, and then we'll restock everybody, get them squared away for the next mission, and then we'll end each video there. We have a career point here. I think we're going to try to put as much as we can into politics, which gives us, like I said earlier, gold and men. So we'll just apply that there. Then we have, let's see if we can upgrade our division officer here. We don't have a whole lot of money, just 5,500, but I think it's useful to have a higher ranking officer as that a division officer. Get these guys to 1,000. Oops, 1,000. before calling it good. These rookie troopers do bring down all your stats, but the veterans are just a little too expensive for right now. Let's see if we can, what it might cost to upgrade to a better cannon. Get 8 of those. It's expensive, but we'll do that. One trick I learned, I believe it was from the historical gamer. You should definitely go and check out his channel if you don't follow him already. His name, your artillery brigades, the name of your cannon, like that 10-pound ord for a 10-pounder ordnance gun, 12-pound map for the 12-pounder Napoleon gun. And then in the heat of battle, it's a lot easier to find what you're looking for. We'll go ahead and start another division here, put another brigadier general in charge. The First Corps is always kind of a go-to, so it's nice to have them in a good spot. We'll just do one more brigade here for infantry because we don't have a whole lot of men left. Looks like our next battle is going to be a distress call urgently needed for the protection of our supply station. Oh, that'll be a fun one. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.